It's Adam aka Marf, and I apologize in advance if there's any wind noise. I don't have any kind of mic. Again, if you guys don't know, I am down on the coast doing some stuff for my documentary. It's been a long time waiting. Obviously, when we're doing our show 5 nights a week, it's really hard to get it done. The reason I titled this is Some Cities Won't Make It is it's the absolute truth. It is really sad to see how unprepared places like Ocean Shores, Westport, Mo Clips, and all of these other places are for essentially the largest disaster the United States will ever see, next to, of course, what is going on right now. Of course, a lot of people are going to forget about these kind of things and, get caught up in their daily lives. Here, it is a lot different than, say, Seattle or any of the other surrounding cities around there. You don't see anybody doing what everybody else is doing everywhere else. In fact, you see a lot of signs basically protesting what is going on. So it is very odd. It's like, I don't know, I just really like the people here, and it's almost sad. Like, all of these people know each other. They all have one grocery store. They all have, one little store that they go to. They all have, they still have video stores here, for gosh sakes, like, and they have no escape. They have not made a single, evacuation tower over on this side of things. The few evacuation towers that they do have, which I'm going to go visit, are, at a high school. There's one, I believe the only two, there might even only be one, is at a high school. And it's like, why don't these people have anywhere to go? If you look, this is just flat land. They say that the highest point here, which is like this cell phone tower, is going to be underwater. How are they not preparing for this? Like, how are they not ready for this? I already know that this is not only overdue, but they're expecting it. They're drilling for it. They are literally ready for the big one to knock out the entire West Coast. And again, if you guys haven't seen the interview with Chris Goldfinger, one of the lead seismologists behind this, he has his own TED Talk on this, again, talking about Cascadia Subduction Zone. He was the man behind the really big one, the New Yorker article that went viral and, taught everybody about what the Cascadia Subduction Zone was. This is an earthquake that's just like the earthquake that hit Japan with the tsunami, only it's going to have way more population right next to it. We're talking about, somebody standing in Seattle and somebody standing in Portland, Oregon will feel the same 9.0 5-minute earthquake. So somebody said right before I left, I said that I would be doing this, and they said, do you really want to give up your spot in the algorithm for, some video? This is one of the most important things out there, and I don't understand why more people. So imagine like how much grief and how much pain we felt after 2001 with 5,000 people. To put that in perspective, there's 5,000 people in this city. That's just the people who live here. Any given real popular summer, I don't know about how CV and how that's treated it, there are upwards of 500,000 people in this town that literally has one lane out and one lane in. Just to repeat, it is a long, winding, probably a 30-40 minute drive out one lane and in one lane. So even if two of those lanes both go out, because obviously nobody's going to be coming in after this earthquake, that's 2 lanes out. If there's a major disaster, even with 6-lane or 8 lanes highways, we've seen it just stops. So these people have virtually no escape. They have no way to survive, and they're all going to die. And that is literally the truth of it, unless they do something about it. And if to do something about it, it's really, I think, with all this money that's getting ejected everywhere, it's absolutely insane to me that they don't have evacuation towers every flippin' block. This isn't a large area, but they could put, look at all this open space. That could be an evacuation tower. There's space everywhere you look. What is an evacuation tower? It's basically a concrete and rebar structure that has stairs that go up to the very top. It's as high as they think on the higher end of what the tsunami will be. This isn't, this isn't Seattle. Seattle is going to be hit by tsunami too, but it will be more inland, and it's going to be more the earthquake. It's going to hit Seattle. Here, it's going to be tsunami. This is going to be underwater. There's going to be fish and whales flowing through here. In fact, this goes back to the year 1700 when the last one happened. Native Americans, our hockey team here was called the Thunderbirds. That's actually based on a legend that is based on Cascadia subduction zone on the last earthquake that happened. That earthquake sent whales 20 miles in. That's why the Native American people, saw these. They basically, I think the story is that the bird carried the whale in or something like that. But, just to get back to the point, this is all going to be underwater, and they know this. 100% they know this. Not only this, but Westport across the way, all of it will be underwater. And it just doesn't compute. It happens on average every 240 years. It's now been 321 years. So we are now over 70 years overdue. So you can do the math. It's pretty simple. So anyways, I will try to go live if I can. There's very little reception, but I have found where you can see in the actual mud and in the dirt, one of the places where they discovered exactly when this happened and how it happened and everything, and it helped confirm. I am actually staying right next to that. So I'm going to be able to show you guys the patterns, and you'll be able to physically see where the tsunami impacted the ground and just mashed everything down, and then you see different color soils. It's really, really cool. If you look at it, you can basically see time, just like looking at a tree and tree rings. Only it's a side, there are all these walls that were just that landslided, and you can see into it. Like it's basically like looking back into time. So anyways, guys, pray for the people of Ocean Shores, of Westport, of all these places. They estimate 15,000 people will die. 15,000 people is how many people died in Japan, and Japan was one of the most prepared places in the world, had almost every kind of precaution taken because they had big earthquakes. This is going to be by, basically every urban center from Portland all the way up. I mean, this goes from Canada to the beginning of California, and is going to send anywhere from 20 to 60 foot waves, 20 miles in some places, 2 miles in more, and they're not ready for it. How are these people doing millions and millions of dollars in tourism revenue, but they haven't put up evacuation towers? It doesn't make any sense. It's going to be the worst disaster. Everybody's going to feel it, and they're going to look back and go, why didn't we fix it before it was broken? So anyways, we'll see ya. It's everywhere. Pick your safe zone. There's boats outside of stores here because some people are afraid of it, and they basically say, I'm going to hop in my boat and ride out. If anyone knows about the Indian tsunami or what happened in Japan, a rowboat's not going to save you. Thank you for the support from whoever that was. It looks like Gone Girl 777. Thank you so much. We'll be getting back to our regular shows in just a couple days here, and I'll be going live and I'll show you more stuff. And then whoever else supported, I will make sure to shout you out. It looks like Raven Ranch. Thank you guys. Hey, you guys have a great day. Be safe. Be prepared. God bless, and Marf out.